Hello and welcome to my channel, SkeeterJones Things. I'm Misty, and in this video I'll be showing items that I won in a Shopgoodwill auction. The theme of the auction was shells and stones, and I'd hoped to get it up in time for earlier in the summer since of the shell theme, but it is up in time for hopefully Labor Day plans if anybody wants to wear their shell themed jewelry to the beach. Consider giving me a like and a share if you like the content, and consider subscribing and leaving a comment. If you're interested in purchasing anything you see in the video, you can email me at SkeeterJonesThings@gmail.com. Include the video name, the item number, and a brief description of what you're interested in, and your PayPal email. Here are some things to keep in mind and consider before you purchase so you can make an informed purchasing decision. And now let's get into it. The first two things I want to show actually are these because I did already open up, obviously, the packaging. And I've already made a short of each one of these items. So I'll talk about this one first. This is a really large lapis pendant that has really pretty coloring. It is not the most valuable lapis. The most valuable lapis is going to be kind of that mid-blue right here, and it'll be very uniform with just a little bit of the pyrite. This one does have pyrite, which is the little gold flecks you see in it, and then it doesn't have any calcite. That'll be the white. This I guess may have a bit of calcite there, but it's really more of a lighter blue. But this is a really large faceted pendant, and it's beautiful. It is almost 2 inches long, just over an inch wide, and it's got a silver tone bail, which does have some wear that you can see here. And the chain actually doesn't show any wear. The chain looks really, really nice. It's got about a 3-inch extender. Without the extender, which is how I do measurements, let's see, it's a 13-inch drop without the extender, and then yes, the extender is about 3 inches long. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous lapis pendant, and that will be item 1. Next is actually a set. If you're interested in just the necklace or just the bracelet, I will separate them. I just figured they made a really nice set, and it looks like they originally went together. The size on the bracelet is 7 inches, but it is a stretch, and the stretch is good. It's not like new stretch, but it's good. The necklace is a toggle closure, little gold tone toggle closure. These little acrylic beads, and then the tiger eye beads are round and this square shaped. This is not a break here. This is because it's polished in there, if you can see that. So it's just a natural part of the stone. And so there's these cubes and the little round ones, and these faceted little acrylic gold tone beads, which show a little bit of wear. You can see here just a very small amount of wear. And then there are these little, I guess, lifesaver shaped beads with the little gold acrylic in between. And it's just a really, really pretty necklace. It sits high on your neck. It is about 7.5 to 8 inches, closer to 8 inches drop. And this is what that looks like. It's just really pretty right there. Let me get my there it is. Sorry for the delay there. Let me get the neck here so you can see how high that sits. Just like that. And then here is the bracelet. Both together. It's just a really pretty set. And as a set, that is going to be item number 2. But keep in mind, I am willing to separate that if you would rather have just the bracelet or just the necklace. Okay, and then next, I thought of one of the YouTubers I subscribe to is Sherry at Blessed Baubles, and I saw a video where she really likes red coral. That's what this is, and this is really large red coral beads. So Sherry, if you're watching, let me know what you think of this. Just really, really pretty. It has this, I don't know, some kind of Asian character on the closure with the little hook, and it's just a gold tone closure. The beads here are not hand knotted in between. And this is not a flaw here. This is just part of the natural coral. These little black openings there. And it has this type of closure, which has a specific name that I cannot think of at the moment. But it is considered a safety clasp, I believe, because, you know, if it comes loose, then you have a little fail-safe there where you don't lose your necklace. So the drop on this particular necklace is 15 inches, and it's just really, really pretty. So large coral, red coral bead necklace will be item 3. Number 4 will be this shell bracelet, which has nice stretch, and it's shell and wood. Just dyed shell. And that's really pretty with these rich colors, the greens and the purple and pink, and then the little wooden spacers in between. It goes down to just above the 7, probably 6 3/4 to be safe on that measurement, but it is a stretch, and the stretch is nice. So shell and wood bracelet, item 4. Okay, here is a shell necklace with the cowrie shells and these tiny little conch. I mean, I know when they're big they're called conch. I don't know if they're called conch shells when they're small like this. But there's some space in between. Some broken shell right there. So I'll go ahead and give a drop measurement on this, but I'll put it in craft since it's got broken shells on it. The drop is 19 inches. So that will go into craft. This is, oh, this is one necklace, I think. What's happening here? Oh, okay. This is interesting. Okay. This is a necklace with a drop on it. I mean, with an extender on it. The extender is pretty long, just over 3 inches. These are acrylic. Yeah, just acrylic. That's acrylic as well. So faux turquoise necklace. It has about a 7.5-inch drop with about a 3¼ inch extender. And the pendant is about 2 inches. It's pretty. It is not natural stone, but it is very pretty. Some people like to wear the look of natural stone, but they don't like the weight of it. And this might be good for someone like that, who prefers their jewelry to have that look, but they don't like the weight. So faux turquoise necklace, we'll say item 5. Next is a shell and I guess seed bead stretch bracelet. It's of this sort here, where the stretch comes from the diagonal weave. And the closure is these loops that go over the little knots right there. So that's how it looks. And that's really pretty. That would be nice to wear at the beach. It has a nice feel to it. But it is kind of lumpy. So if you have a sensitivity to something, people don't like something that isn't smooth, I guess, next to their skin. So you definitely will feel that texture. So be aware of that if you're sensitive to textures against your skin. This, I believe, is just shell. Let's try testing those with the Presidium just to make sure, but it's got to warm up for just a minute. So we will look at this in the meantime. Oh, and I'll give you a measurement on that bracelet too. I'll go ahead and do that now. This one is, I guess including the closure, about 7 inches. So I would say maybe anywhere from 6 to 7 inches, but it does have a little stretch. And the Presidium is still warming up, so we'll look at this, which I think is jade. This has that sort of translucent look to it. The stretch is really good. I don't have my regular flashlight with me, but it does look a little translucent when you shine the black light through. So I believe that's probably going to test jade. The measurement on it is 7. Yeah, it's a 7. And Presidium is warmed up now, so let's try some of the stones in this little blue bracelet. Okay, this is not glass. Let's see, this is coming up in the garnet tourmaline iolite. Yeah, that's where that's coming up, and that's this stone here that I was looking at. This lighter colored, kind of very light blue. Let's try this this blue here. Okay, it's coming up in the same area. Tanzanite, aquamarine is where that one's mostly coming up, or the tourmaline garnet iolite. So these are some stones. Let's try this tan one. That looks like a quartz. Well, it's kind of hard to keep that on there. Now the tan one here is coming up glass. And then let's look at this darker black one here. It's coming up glass as well. So maybe some tourmaline, aquamarine. Well, this one was kind of headed up toward jadeite. Let's give that one more try. There. Okay, aquamarine, tanzanite, tourmaline, garnet, iolite, kind of in that area, with some glass. So that's what we're looking at here. So we'll say gemstone stretch bracelet, item 6. I just started recently using this number system, and it does help keep me a good bit more organized. Okay, let's see if this one is going to show up jade, as I suspect it might. Yes, this is a jade bracelet. It does go straight up to the jadeite line. Yes, can you see there? Right into jadeite. So jade stretch bracelet. It's very pretty. That's what it looks like on. And the stretch on that is excellent. And that'll be item 7, jade stretch bracelet. Okay, here's another cowrie shell. That's these little shells that look kind of humped on the back and then have the little, I don't know, it looks almost like teeth on the underside. There's some sort of, I don't know if that's a glue or a cement. It doesn't really show very well on the camera, I think. Well, there you can see it a bit. And I guess that's just to keep the cord in place, which is a, is that a stretch? No, it is not a stretch cord. But this is little plastic or acrylic beads in between. Cowrie shell necklace. And that has a drop of 12 inches. And that's really pretty. So cowrie shell necklace, number 8. Cowrie shells remind me of the story of Addie, if you're familiar with the American Girl stories, and someone just bought off my eBay store yesterday a little book that I had about Addie. And there's part of the story is I think her grandma or something gives her a cowrie shell necklace. And here is another one of those. This one's a little more sophisticated than the last one. It has this design where it has 2 shells together with a conch in between. And that's really, really pretty. Let's give you a better look, or a better idea of what that looks like on. Let's zoom way out. And there that is. That's really pretty. The drop on that is 17 inches. And we'll just call this, since the last one was cowrie shell necklace, we'll call this sophisticated cowrie shell necklace, item 9. These shells, I have looked these up and I know what they are, but it is not coming to mind at the moment. If you're interested in this, let me know and I'll look that up. I'm trying to get this to focus. I'll look that up for you. Or I may remember it before I'm done with this video. But that's really pretty. And there are 2 of these necklaces that I will sell together or separately. The drop on these is 16 inches. They're not stretched, they just slip over your head. And since I can't think of the name of it right now, we'll just call it tiny shells. The tiny shell necklaces. And I'm going to say item 10, but I'm going to put them both as item 10. And if you're interested, you can buy one or both of those. Number 10, Tiny Shells Necklace. Okay, here is one that, let's see, are those shells? These are not shells. They are, well, I don't know, they may be, they're cold. Yeah, and these are little pieces of shell that dangle off of that. Look at that. It may need some cleaning. I don't know if that's supposed to be there. That's probably not supposed to be there. Okay, there is some carving on the edges of that. And there's matching carving on this side. I think this will clean off. I'll see if I can get that to clean off. If not, I'll just put that into craft. Because just to look at this thing, it's a really pretty necklace. And, well, it actually looks like it may have pieces missing. It does. It does, unfortunately. So that will just have to go to craft. But somebody can probably do a little work on that and make it wearable. Okay, another cowrie shell, but they're not the main feature. They're just a little accent on this one. This is mostly tiny conch shells. So we will call this conch shell necklace, which is 18 inches. Item 11. Let's see, next we have shell bracelets. No, this is one bracelet with multiple strands on it. And it is dyed shells. It's 3 strands on each side, and then they like connect together on the ends. It is stretch, and that stretch is about to give out any day now, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in craft. And here are some earrings. Let's see what we can see about these. They're that type of hook. There. This pretty brown. I can't tell if those are polished or if they are dyed and then polished, but they're really pretty regardless. They've got these little square bits and then the little bigger chip, I guess. And these are just silver tone hooks with a little silver tone bead and shells. So we'll just say tan shell earrings. Item 12. Okay, another stretch shell bracelet. The stretch is nice. This mother of pearl color. Let's look at the inside. And the other side looks nice too. And the way it's strung, you can really just reverse it. It looks like on this side it's got a little more variation in the color. And on this side, less color variation. But sometimes the way they string these there's a definite inside and outside to them, but you can't really see a difference here with this one as far as how it's strung. So you get two different looks with this one, depending on which side you like, depending on what mood you're in. This is going to be a 7, and we'll say cream colored shell stretch bracelet, item 13. This, I would not be surprised if it's amethyst. Maybe. We'll see. This is just a gold tone necklace. Let's see. I think I might need to do a little work on the hook, on the closure, but there's the closure. Gold tone. This is not verdigris. No, that's not verdigris. That's just a little smudge of something. And I do give a light cleaning to things that I send out. I don't polish off tarnish or anything like that unless it's specifically requested, because some people actually like that tarnish and patina. So I don't want to remove it just to find out that the person wanted to have that on there. This has a drop of 15 inches. And let's give it a quick check and see if we're looking at amethyst. Let's see. Oh wait, it goes past amethyst. No. Actually it does. It goes way up into jadeite and spinel. It does. It blows past amethyst and goes right up into jadeite and spinel. Do you see that? One thing to keep in mind when you are looking at stones is there's the typical color that you think of with certain stones. Like amethyst, you typically think purple. Jade, you typically think green. But so many stones come in, besides their I guess iconic color, they come in a variety of colors, and that just has to do with what other minerals are present within that stone. Let me do a quick, yeah, I was just checking that against my ring, against my diamond, to make sure the presidium is reading correctly, and it is. So a couple of these are just stopping in amethyst, but several of them blow right past amethyst into the jadeite. We will call this we'll just call it the amethyst chip necklace. And again, it had a drop of about 15 inches. Amethyst chip necklace, number 14. We're just calling it that, even though it blew up to jadeite on a lot of that testing. Okay, this is pretty. It's pieces of dyed shell and shell little chips on a I can't really tell. I don't think that's where. I think this chain is supposed to be that oxidized color like that, because it looks pretty consistent throughout. If it were where, you would see small places where it wouldn't be that color, you know, where it would be more protected from wear, up near the edges of the beads. You know, it might look a different color, like a newer, shinier color. But since that color is consistent throughout, I don't think we're looking at wear. I think we're looking at a chain that is supposed to be that color, that was made to be that color. So we're just going to call this shell chips. And oh, these little glass beads here, which are pretty. They're black with a little bit of iridescence in the middle. That's a pretty one. In shades of brown and tan and black. It has a drop of 17 inches. We'll call that glass bead and shell chip necklace number 15. This one is another pretty one. So many pretty things in this lot. I'm kind of surprised. This is just a braided cord at the top part of this, and then silver tone lobster clasp. You have about a 2-inch extender, and the drop on that is 11 inches. So what we're looking at is some lava rock and those are, I think, just acrylic. No, glass. So these little milky stones here are glass, and these are wood. And I'm guessing the rest of these stones here are also going to be glass. Glass or ceramic. And then let's just check this to make sure. Okay, this is something. I thought it was going to be pieces of shell, but this little orangey colored stone here comes up into the garnet tourmaline iolite range. The white one goes up into the tanzanite and aquamarine. So you've got some nice stones here on this necklace. Let's check one more. It's this one here. Okay, and that one's pretty. It's got this white veining inside. So it goes up to the tourmaline garnet iolite range. And then these, well, let me look at this too. Okay, I didn't show you this just because I thought it was not going to be anything, but it is. So tanzanite aquamarine is where these kind of, I don't know, sandstone looking ones go. When you're testing stones that have different striations in them, it's good to test the different colors, because the different colors can just mean that there are different different minerals in that stone. So this is really pretty with a lot of interesting things going on as far as content. And now you've got the braided cord. These are wooden beads, these glass beads, lava rock, and then here you've got some more glass beads that are these faceted peach colored ones on this side, and then these little tan pearlescent ceramic ones on this side, and then different gemstones here at the bottom and right here in the middle. And it looks like this on, and that's just really, really pretty. We will call it, oh my goodness, we'll just say lava rock and gemstone necklace, and that's going to be item 16. Okay, this is some turquoise. I don't know, that's not going to be howlite because of the matrix. The howlite matrix looks more like little fine lines and cracks. It has that kind of design or look to it. Turquoise is generally going to be more of a mottled kind of look, like you see here. Dyed howlite will have more of like a spider, like a spider vein sort of look to it. Copper toned findings here, lobster claw closure. And this is going to be about a choker length. Let's see, without the extender, which you're probably going to need the extender, it's 7 inches, but then with the extender, it's 8 inches, and that's right at a choker length. But that's really pretty. So turquoise bead necklace, item 17. This is just more mixed gemstones. Let's check these out and see what we have. Okay, tanzanite, aquamarine, quartz, amethyst, citrine. That's this kind of mustard, Dijon mustard colored one. Let's see, this blue one goes to chrysoprase, emerald and nephrite, tanzanite, aquamarine. Goes to that range. This is probably jadeite. Yes, that goes straight to jadeite and spinel, and that's this light green here. Okay, jadeite also on the red. The black one. Let's see. The black one might be glass. It moves a little bit above glass, but not a whole lot. Okay, quartz, amethyst, citrine. This is probably amethyst right there. This one's pretty. And it goes straight to jadeite spinel. So lots of jade here. This looks a lot like lapis here, this blue one. Tanzanite, aquamarine, quartz, amethyst, citrine. And then let's try this white one. Again, jadeite and spinel. So it looks like there's more jade than anything on this necklace. We didn't do the orange one here, so let's do that one. Last but not least. Let's see. Citrine, that's probably a citrine. Right there. And then these little beads here. I don't think those are going to register on here as anything. No, they're probably just glass or ceramic. But this is really pretty. Lots of different gemstones on here, but most of them are just different colors of jade. This is really pretty. Very long, long enough to double up if you like. It is a 22-inch drop. And it does not have a closure, it just goes over your head. But there, oh, it does have a closure. With all of these gemstones, I'm surprised that does not have a 925 stamp. Okay, we'll be testing in a little bit, so I'll just actually set this aside before we number that and see if it's got a sterling clasp. Let's go ahead and do that now. On second thought, so just because something is stamped 925 doesn't mean that it is. And so just because something isn't stamped doesn't mean that it's not necessarily. Okay, that won't even get a scratch, so it is not sterling, which is surprising with all these gemstones that are on here. So we'll call this just jadeite long necklace, item 18. Multicolored jadeite necklace. Let's call it that, since we already had that other jade necklace. Okay, what's going on here? That looks interesting. Okay, this has lots of problems. It looks like it was probably really pretty in its day. And this looks like maybe some agate or bloodstone. Let's see what it comes up on the Presidium. Okay, the word of the day is jadeite. It looks like I've never seen so many colors of jadeite in one place at one time. So these will be some nice beads for somebody to make something with. Really nice beads. And let's see. And it may have, look at the scratch. Look at that bright scratch. It's not stamped, but it is showing up really, really bright silver. Let's see. That is. Wow, okay. So that's interesting that you've got this pendant that it isn't a whole lot to write home about. It's a piece of shell that someone's painted, I guess. And it has a really pretty painting on it, but it's just seen better days. And then you've got these gemstone beads that are coming up in the jadeite line, and then you have a sterling chain. So somebody's going to get a nice bit of stuff for crafting here because of this little pendant. Okay. Tangles. Some people do not like tangles. I don't mind them. It's sort of, I don't know, a little relaxing depending on your state of mind, I guess. Let's see. Is this one or two necklaces? This is two. And they don't want to separate. There they go. Okay. Hematite. And these are, they are separate from each other. So you've got this heart and then the triangle with a circle cut out. And what's probably some rose quartz. Oh, you're kidding me. Look at this. I thought it was going to be rose quartz. But where does it go? Oh, look at that. Straight up to jadeite again. It's right past quartz. It didn't even like stop there. So another jadeite. So jadeite, pink. I don't think I've ever seen a pink jadeite. think it looks a little whitish on camera, but it's a very, very light pink. And then this hematite heart. And let's see about this little rose bead here. I don't think that's going to be sterling because the scratch is kind of rosy colored. No. Well, actually, there are all kinds of surprises in this lot. I don't know if you can see that there, but that is blue, even though it shows up copper. The scratch is copper. That could be that it's got some silver plating on it, in which case you've got to scratch below the plating. So let's give it another try. Just a faint amount. I would say that's probably just silver plated. I don't think that little bead is sterling. And then the cord is this just braided cotton cord. It doesn't feel grimy or anything. It could probably stand a little wipe down at least, but it just slips over your head. And that's in great shape, and it's really, really pretty. With that pink jadeite. I can't believe all the different colors of jadeite that are in this lot. Okay, 16 inches, and then that's down to this knot right here, and then from the knot to the bottom of the pendant is almost 3 inches, about 2 3/4. That's really pretty. So we'll say hematite heart necklace, and that will be item 19. This is not a shell or a stone, but it looks like a little Fabergé egg. The magnetic closure. And that waxed cord leather. That feels like a waxed leather cord. And the little egg here is in really nice shape. No wear on it. Inside or out, magnetic closure, and it's I don't think it, oh okay, it was not original to this cord. It has a little clip on it, like this is a charm, and then look, you've got this silver tone closure on the necklace. So this cord is not the one that this little egg originally came on. I'll leave them together for anybody that might be interested. And the closure on the cord looks like it is sterling, probably because of the scratch, even though it was not stamped. Yes, that is sterling on the closure. So it's clearly not the necklace that this little charm came on, but I will keep them together, and we'll just say egg pendant, $20. Oh, no, item 20, not $20, item 20. Sorry about that. Okay, let's look at this little bracelet. This pretty red art glass, dichroic glass. It's got a signature on the back. I am not familiar with that signature. But look at the rich color. That is really pretty. Okay, I don't see any 925 markings. I do not see any, but we will give it a quick test to make sure. Let's see. That is the clasp. And then down here we will do the bracelet. And then over here we'll do the bead that is next to the art glass. Okay. So here's the bead. Here's the clasp, and here is the bracelet. The bead is definitely, oh, it is all sterling. I don't know if you can see that there. That is the, that's the bracelet itself, that's the clasp, and that is the bead next to the red art glass. So this is a really nice piece. So we will call this just sterling art glass bracelet, item 21. That's a really, really nice piece. And a big surprise. Okay, next. Okay, this is acrylic beads on this long chain, or not chain, but sort of leather type cord. And all of these are just acrylic or plastic beads. They're really pretty. The drop on that is 22 inches. It can be doubled up. So we'll just say acrylic bead necklace, item 22. Okay, this is stamped. Korea. Okay, that gives you an idea of when it was made. Let me adjust the camera. Trying to get that leg out of the picture. Okay, that gives you an idea of when it was made, because it doesn't say South Korea or anything like that. It just says Korea. There's some tarnish on the chain. Let's see if it's sterling. The scratch is a bit it's a bit rosy colored. And the acid just kind of eats that right away. Yep, that is not sterling. Let's check these beads and see what they might be, if anything. Okay, they don't even register up to the glass line. So I'll just put that into craft. Okay. Got to get the stone cleaned off and neutralized so it doesn't contaminate. I don't have any more dry spots on there, spots I haven't used. So I've got to get that neutralized so it doesn't alter the results of any other tests I do today. And then while that dries, we will move on. Now this is something that looks like it could be slices of amethyst, but I wouldn't be surprised if it bounced up to jadeite. What is this? It is Chico's. This is a Chico's. There. Lots of people love their Chico's. This is a 7.5 inch drop. It's got about a 2 inch extender on it. And let's see what kind of stones we are handling. Okay, it kind of bounces around at amethyst, but then it leaves the amethyst range and goes up to jadeite. Okay, this goes more in the range that I thought it might. Amethyst. Oh. So that's the kind of stones we're looking at here. That kind of bounces up to jadeite and then comes back down to amethyst. No, that's staying in jadeite. So jadeite and amethyst. We'll say amethyst slice necklace, so because these little slices here are the ones that are kind of staying in the amethyst range. So this will be the amethyst slice necklace, item 23. Or you could call it Chico's amethyst slice necklace. That's kind of a mouthful. Okay, hematite dolphin. A cute little hematite dolphin with, what else would you expect on hematite but a magnetic closure? It's plenty strong enough to keep that together. Hematite itself is magnetic. And there's our cute dolphin. And he has a drop of 8 inches. Hematite dolphin necklace. Oh, let's tell you how big the dolphin is. He is just over an inch, about 1.25 inches. So hematite dolphin necklace, item 24. Okay, bolo closure bracelet here with lava rock. That's pretty. This is howlite. This is that veining I was talking about, that kind of spider veining that howlite has. I'm sure other stones have it as well, but that's one way to tell whether you're looking at, if something looks like turquoise, but it has this type of veining in it, it is more likely a dyed howlite. This is actually just coming up into the glass range on these little white beads, and then you've got this lava rock here. When it is completely cinched up, as small as it will go, it is at a 6 1/4. When it is pulled all the way out, as far as it will go, it is 10 inches. So we'll just call this Lava Rock Bracelet, item 25. We're getting down to the end here. We have a shell bracelet, gold tone closure, and it is not adjustable. It has see, it's size 8, and it's really nice. It's not loose. It's nice and tightly strung. These types of shells, a lot of people call those puka shells just because they're cut in that round shape. A puka shell is actually a specific type of shell, and they're not going to be flat like this. It'll be kind of like hamburger bun shaped. You should look that up just so you can be more educated. When somebody tells you you're looking at puka beads, it's spelled P-U-K-A. Just look that up and see what you can learn about puka shells. It's actually very interesting. They have a rich history to the Hawaiian culture, a significance to the Hawaiian culture. But we'll call this White Shell Bracelet 26. Okay, these are, I think, just acrylic beads. Maybe glass. No, they're not even registering. Those are acrylic beads. It has this button closure. You slide the button, the loop and the button. You slide the button through the loop, and that is the closure. And that is really small. This may be for a child, or somebody with small wrists. About a 6 3/4. We'll just say faux coral necklace, or faux coral bracelet, item 27. And here we have a variety of just shell necklaces. So we're just going to take those in order. These are very similar. Okay, we'll just call these shell chip necklaces. Barrel clasp on this white one. I don't think no, that's not going to be a sterling closure. So barrel clasp, silver tone barrel clasp on the large white chips, and another barrel clasp here on the smaller white chips. And same here for the purple chips. And same here for the pink chips. Let's close this one. It's kind of hard to keep it in the frame and see what I'm doing and all of that all at the same time. Okay, 8-inch drop on the large white chips. About a 7.5 drop on the small white chips, 7.5 on the purple chips, and 11, just over 11 on the pink chips. So I'm going to call these all together just the shell chip necklaces. And if you're interested in only one or 2 or 3, just specify which ones. White large chips, white small chips, purple chips, or pink chips. Shell chip necklaces, specify by color, item 28. Oh, this is pretty. Look at this. Looks like it's on maybe an acrylic backing. Mother of pearl abalone inlay pendant with, I don't know, this is probably shell, little shell beads. The button closure again. Just like that, just how you close it. That's really pretty. And this knot down at the bottom that holds the pendant in place. It's in the shape of a sun. And they even got the part of the shell right there with the swirl in the middle. That's really, really pretty. Okay, everything you need for your beach trip. See, it's got a drop of 8.5 down to the knot, and from the knot to the bottom of the pendant is 2 3/4. Here's what this looks like. That's gorgeous. Okay. A mother of pearl pendant, item 29. Memory wire necklace here. Let's see what these are. Okay, they're coming up glass. And these chips here are mother of pearl. You can see from the side here more than you can from the front. The chips there are mother of pearl and shell. And then these little round beads were just glass. And these little black seed beads are probably acrylic on memory wire. And then you've got some more shell at the ends of the memory wire. So that's really pretty. And we'll just say shell memory wire necklace, item 30. Okay, here's a little let's see, what is this? It is glass. Yes. So this is a round glass pendant on a leather cord. And let's see, let's look at this. Is that silver tone? It is not, oh, it is stamped. It's probably got a 925. That's often where you'll find your sterling stamp, is right here on the lobster claw, and there it is. So you've got a sterling closure. I've seen this type of crimp here before, actually on some pearl and leather earrings that I had in a previous unboxing, one of my last unboxing videos. So I'm wondering if it's the same maker. I don't see a name on it, and I didn't see a name on those earrings either, but it had this kind of decorative crimp around the ends of the leather on the earrings. So I'm going to have to pull those out and take a look. Let's see if this bead is also sterling. And it looks like it probably is. I'm going to have to find out what kind of maker has that decorative crimp on their jewelry. And yes, the bead is also sterling. This has been a box full of surprises. So this is probably something special. I'm going to research this one a little bit more. It's item 31, and we will call it black glass pendant. But I will research that some more. Now here is this. I've been curious as to what kind of stone this could be. And I thought it would just be some kind of shell, but it's coming up on Presidium. Okay, into a strange place. Quartz, amethyst, citrine. Maybe this is quartz? Oh, you're kidding me. Jadeite spinel. It even touches the topaz range. This is a crazy set of jewelry that I've gotten in this box. Jadeite spinel and topaz-ish. I've never seen so many different things come up as jadeite. This is just, is this thing still calibrated? Let's see. Okay, it is calibrated. But these solid white stones here are coming up also as jadeite. Huh. It stopped briefly. One of them stopped briefly in the quartz range. There's nothing on, no branding or anything on the hardware. I might research that as well. The cord is a really soft, buttery leather. These copper toned findings. Okay, well, so many things are called jadeite necklace. I don't know. We'll just call this white jadeite necklace, item 32. I'm going to research that one some more also. Okay, I've held a couple of things until last. Here's this shell, a slice of a shell, which is obviously dyed. And I am curious as to whether this is actual gold that it's been dipped in. So how you do gold is you do a few, or 3 to be specific. You do 3 scratches, and then you get out your testing acids, and you start with the lowest one first. This is a 10 karat acid, and it does not eat it away, so it's at least 10 karat. So let's go up to 14. Okay, still a little bit remains, but it mostly eats it away. So this is 10 karat gold. That's how you read that. You make the scratch. I put the 10 karat acid here on this scratch, and it did not eat it away, so I went up to 14. There's a little bit left under that drop, but it's mostly gone. So it's between 10 and 14. Maybe it's a 12 karat gold that this shell has been dipped in. So they took a shell, sliced it, and then dyed it, and then dipped this edge here in 10 karat gold. It doesn't have any kind of bail or anything like that you could hang it on a pendant with. And it does have a small chip right here. But I will put that I'll put that actually in craft. That'll be something really nice for somebody to craft with. So a slice of dyed shell with 10 karat dip on it. That's really nice. Okay, let's clean off my stone. And then the last thing here is this, which looks like it's going to need some cleaning. It is mother of pearl inlay on this pretty brass scroll work on this brass bracelet. And it's this type of bracelet with the little pin. The pin doesn't even come all the way out. And then it opens like that, and then you secure it by pushing the pin back in. But it's got these issues, this oxidation, or it's not green, so I don't know if that would be verdigris. This is brass. It might be some kind of oxidation that's specific to brass, but I'm going to see if I can clean that. If you're interested in this one, do let me know. I may even post it in an upcoming video, just the results of my attempt to clean that. But we'll call this mother of pearl brass bracelet item 33. And that is everything for this video. I really appreciate you joining me. And again, if you will, consider giving me a like and a share. Consider subscribing. Leave a comment. And again, if there was anything that you are interested in ordering, email me at SkeeterJonesThings@gmail.com. Include this video name, the item number, and a brief description, and your PayPal email address. And just keep these things here in mind so that you can make an informed purchasing decision. And I appreciate you joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.